where I'm going to transition it now into the iPhone 7. The iPhone 7. And for those of you, I'm doing a little intro because I'm going to be doing segments of this, releasing them throughout the week. But the iPhone 7. So for those of you who are tuning in to this segment of the video that's post-recorded, you Apple fans, I encourage you, before you leave your troll comments, listen to my live stream that I just did talking about this and hearing my position out before you go hating on this. But I know people are going to go ahead and leave troll comments down below. But still, I want you to hear me out. The iPhone 7. Let's just start off by saying it is the best iPhone. It is. You can't argue with that statement. You can't argue with that because it is the best iPhone. In terms of screen quality, stats, camera stuff, it's the best iPhone. But is it the best smartphone? I won't sit here and clearly state that it's not. It is not the best. I'm not going to say that it's not the best smartphone because there are a million other categories that will differ amongst people. Whether you're an Android person or an Apple person or someone in between just shopping around, there is not one clear-cut best smartphone because everyone has different needs. And that's what it is. And so I'm going to sit here and say that, you know what, the iPhone 7, I'm not going to be getting it. Obviously, I'm not. If you see all my videos, I'm not going to get it. I tried to consider it. I actually did because my Note 7's up. My Note 4 is 2 years old now. I'm due for an upgrade, and I promised my subscribers that after I hit 20,000 subscribers, I'm actually going to give my Note 4 away. This is a brand new screen on the phone. I put a new battery in it, so it's got a second life right now. And I plan on giving this away, and I need a new phone. This is essentially forcing me to get a new phone because I'm a tech reviewer. I kind of need to stay up to date with the technology. And I was actually considering the iPhone 7. And the biggest thing why it got me, the biggest reason why I won't get the iPhone 7 is, number one, is the iTunes platform is just too constricting for me. That's a simple answer for that one. But number two, I believe that the headphones are going to be a big nuisance because I'm going to talk about the AirPods in a bit, why they're good. And once again, for those of you who are just joining me or you're watching the recording of this, the Apple AirPods are a good thing, but not for the reasons that you may think it is. And so I encourage you, if you're listening to me live, hear me out in the rest of the live stream. If you're watching a recording of this, I encourage you to watch the clip that I'm going to clip out for it. But for me, I don't like using Bluetooth headsets. I used the Gear Circles. I had the LG Tone Pros and the Pro S's, but I stopped using them over time because, number one, the battery issue got to me. Because I'm an owner of a smartwatch, I have a phone, and then having to charge the headphones at the same time, it got cumbersome. Because the thing is, at least the Tone Pros and the Gear Circles lasted for at least 9 to 10 hours in my use. But even that, if you forget to charge it, all of a sudden you're kind of SOL. And then you need to go find a pair of headsets to plug in, which I did. And then after a few months of having them, I eventually just gave it to my sister. And I've been using my gaming headsets as well as my music headsets. I used a pair of Skull Candies, and they're perfectly fine. But the fact that they chose to get rid of the port, and I'm going to talk about this right here. So yes, I understand that Apple is including the headphone port with the device for free. I understand you. But the point I think a lot of you are missing is that little adapter will break. Yes, I know a lot of you out there saying, my lightning cable adapter didn't break. That's fine. You're lucky. You take care of your device. But there are those of us, women in general, women specifically. You guys carry on a lot of, purses. Guys, backpacks, whatever. You throw your phone in there. You throw it everywhere. The reason why the case market is a multi-billion-dollar market is because people break their phones. They throw their phones away. They literally throw their phones around. And so you have this. Then you're going to have this thing sticking out. Are you telling me that thing's not going to pop off sometime? If it gets hit wrong, it's in your pocket, and you lean over wrong, you're not going to snap it. You're going to forget it somewhere. Okay, let's say you forgot it at home. But you have your headsets. You're not going to be able to use it. But the thing, folks, I'm going to say this. I'm going to repeat this when I talk about the Apple AirPods. But I get why they did it. Oh my gosh! Are you trying to reason why the headphones are good? The headphone ports being gone is a good thing. Yes, I'm actually going to try reason with you guys for it. They are trying to force the market. Essentially, what they're saying is, hey, these cords are more than a few decade old technology. Let's get rid of it. Let's move on. Let's move on to the future where everything is wireless. That's great. I mean that's what they're trying to do, but that is not. The market is not ready for that. There's a once again, billion-dollar industry in headphones of wired headphones. By removing that, you've alienated it. But then there's the argument of those people. Well, you know what? Then don't get the iPhone 7. Get the 6S. But what if I want the best iPhone? I want the 7. But I want that functionality. Well, then you're gonna have to use the adapter. But what if I break that adapter? Well, then you're gonna have to go buy another one. I'm gonna bet you guys right now, Apple's not going to replace those adapters for free. This company has now been, whether you like to admit it or not, they are making bank on the accessories. They are making between the phone, the apps, and the accessories. That's like the holy trinity of Apple right now. They're going to make a ton of money on those adapters. Oh, and by the way, you want to listen to music or watch a movie on your iPhone while charging it, then you have to buy another adapter. Why are you people happy with that? I really want to know that. I really want to know. Please don't just say, well, just get the 6S. Well, I'm okay with it. Are you really going to be okay with that? And the thing is, you know what? I secretly hope that next year they're going to reintroduce it. Watch, they're going to. It's like Samsung. What Samsung did with the Note, and the S6. They removed the expandable, the removable battery. So what does LG do? They're like, hey, guess what, guys? Our new flagship phone, boom, removable battery. But the biggest thing that really affected a lot of Samsung customers last year was they removed the SD card slot, and that was like, I'm gonna just roughly put it out there that hey. 50% of the Samsung users utilize the expandable memory for their media content. I'm pretty sure that's probably not a false statement. I think a lot of people in the live stream are going to agree with me here. A lot of people were upset about that. But it's a statement as true as why you would get rid of headphones, the headphone slot to progress the headphone technology. I think what Samsung was trying to do was, hey, why don't you, it's like instead of using this, decade-old technology of SD cards, let's go ahead and use the cloud technology. We'll give you 200 gigabytes free online for you to use. Holy crap, that's awesome. But what if I'm not? And here was the argument about that. Hey, Samsung, what if I'm in not urban, rural area? What if I'm in an airport that has crappy Wi-Fi? What if I don't have signal? I need to access my file, that photo. Oh, I want to watch a movie because right now service is dead. I won't be able to do any of that because you got rid of my expandable memory. And so what did they do magically next year? Hey, folks, we returned the SD card slot. Oh my gosh, look how easy you can just remove. It's not easy to remove, but let's just stay on. But they came back, and all of a sudden people are happy. And I'm gonna bet you $5. Someone start a GoFundMe campaign about this bet. That next year when the iPhone 8 comes out, they're going to go ahead and magically say, oh, no, by the way, we brought back your headphone slot, folks, like you've requested. Aren't we the best company in the world? I'm going to bet you $5 that's going to happen that way. And, but, other than that, folks, it's, if they were going to keep it the same design as the 6 and 6S, I feel like they should have called it like the 6S Pro, to be honest. I mean, I think that's a better name suited for it. I won't sit here and rant about how it's not innovative. It's not. I mean, but it's a smartphone. Honestly, the S7 and the Note 7, they're not innovative. But they all have made significant improvements. All the phones. I'm not going to sit here and bash the iPhone 7 either. It's not a bad phone, folks. And oh my gosh, that's blasphemy coming from me, right? No, it's not a bad phone. But the little things like that, it just concerns me about the company. Why I won't go back? Because it's a company that's clearly concerned on just milking as much money for me as possible. And then a lot of you who want to jump the gun say, well, guess what? Well, I'm going to talk about the Note 7 exploding. So don't worry, Samsung's going to get a really good heaping pile of rant for me in a bit here. But the fact that Apple, when they had recalls, Apple has had several recalls in the past. Not as bad as the one now, but they've had recalls. They've really done nothing. I had to get my 4 and 4S both exchanged, and they made me pay $150, $200 respectively each time. I don't know how it is now, but I'm pretty sure it's similar. You know, you get Apple Care, so you pay $8 a month, and then they're going to charge you another $100 to go replace it. You know, some comment, I'm not sure if this is true too. Another commenter on my last video, they messaged that, well, it's waterproof now, but if you get water damage, avoids the warranty. It's kind of it's kind of messed up. And then one thing I'm going to say about that device, please, folks, stop saying, oh, they made their phone waterproof. So it's a new innovative. It's the best phone out there now. They're not the first ones to make their phones waterproof. Samsung has made their phones, their active models at least the last few years, water resistant for the last few years, like splash proof. Okay? And then this year that they're touting around so proudly on stage, hey, our devices are now waterproof. We're the #1 company in the world. That's the attitude that they had during the press conference. It's more like, hey, we finally given you guys water resistance on your Apple Watch and your iPhone. Other companies have been already moving towards that. It's like, why wasn't Apple first? They're the first ones out with the phone. Why weren't they first to make them water resistant? Isn't that a problem that you think should be addressed? Oh, wait. They probably wouldn't, because guess what, folks? It wouldn't make them money. You know, replacing screens, replacing devices is a multi-billion-dollar industry. You know, so the iPhone 7, you know, it's not a bad phone. I'm going to say this again. It's not a bad phone, but it's not the most innovative, and it's not the best smartphone out there. And you can disagree with me. It's true. And you can go ahead and say there, you're just an Apple fan. You're just an Android fanboy. If you don't like it, just don't buy it. Don't waste my time making these videos. I'm sorry, folks, but you're not defending Apple very well with those statements. It's the best because of this reason. It's the best because of this reason. It's the best because of this reason. Why won't the Apple fanboys and girls actually go and comment on why they like it? Why is it that in my last video, when I actually called them out on the comment board, that I had to go through 5 or 6 different, like, I had to drill this one person, and I'm glad that he finally responded. And for him, he was just pretty much saying, like, he pretty much just said, well, you know what, at the end of the day, I just like their interface. I just believe that they're the best, so I'm just gonna choose to believe that they are the best. That's fine. And the way I look at a lot of the Apple fans, not everyone. Once again, I'm not calling out everyone, but I just feel like you're like a religion at this point. You're worldwide. You have a lot of followers, but if you blindly follow a company for so long, it's going to be too late when you realize if they've done anything wrong towards you. And I just feel like this product is going backwards. And I can only hope that they address it with the iPhone 8. And I'm going to transition to the AirPods here really quickly, but you know, with the iPhone 7, if they had included the AirPod as well as the adapter that both charges and lets you listen to music at the same time, I may have been okay with it. I would have been 100% okay with it, because you're getting a true value for that purchase. It's like, hey, listen, we removed that port, but we're giving you the headphones in compensation. You know, we got rid of, you know, it's just like we got rid of the wired headphones, but here's a complimentary pair for purchasing the device. Like when you bought the Note 7 or the Galaxy S7 Edge and the S7, they gave you a free 250 gigabyte memory card, or you could got a free Gear S2 or a free Gear Fit. So they gave you an expensive accessory that complemented that device. I thought that was a smart move on Samsung's part. But with Apple, obviously they're pristine companies, so they're not going to do that because it may make them look cheap. But whatever at this point. It's just I've decided to actually stop talking about Apple. After I talk about the AirPods, I'm gonna just stop talking about it because I feel like I'm wasting a lot of people's time. At the end of the day, the people that choose to listen to, if they actually listen to this full video, and they're still commenting down below that, well, they're still the best, blah, 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 and they still give me the same troll comments, then there's nothing more I can do. People like me just wants the market to be informed. I want the technology to move forward. That's my real goal. I want to see every year. I want to live in the future. I don't want to be freaking 90 years old or 100 years old, and then finally they come out with holographic technology and all this cool stuff that we've been imagining now. I want to be able to see at least some of it before I pass away in my life. And these menial upgrades year over year isn't really showing me. I mean, we're going to get there. By all means, we are. But it's just like tech companies should be able to wow us. And not just if you mindlessly follow a company, you're not really going to improve it. At the same time, too, folks, you need to keep an eye out for these companies. You got to watch out what they're doing. You're going to mindlessly spend your money, and then you're just, sorry, I'm ranting. I'm going to move on here. The Apple AirPods. I'm actually going to talk about why they're actually good. And I've actually gone way over time, so I apologize. It's just when I get passionate about a topic, I just want to have a full conversation. The Apple AirPods. The people on the comment boards are going at it. Guys, really quickly, people on the comment boards, let's not fight here. There's no Android people. Apple in general is once again, it's you don't have to hate on them. You just all you have to do to establish your position is literally just don't buy their product. Support the other companies that you like, that you believe are going out there for you. Like for me, Samsung, and I'm going to talk about them at the end of this segment. They've started digressing. They started showing signs that they're becoming complacent like Apple. And I'm going to go ahead and do it. But the thing is, you guys need to be able to vote with your dollars because at the end of the day, the consumers are what determines what companies do. Apple's at the point now where they just have millions upon millions of people where they can kind of do what they want to do. But if at least even a significant percentage of the market demands for it, you demand it by supporting the companies that will make it for you. You want 8 gigs of RAM, you want a 4K screen, you want better performance so you can do other things on your phone, then go support the companies that will make that phone for you. You want a smartwatch? Then go to the company that offers you the smartwatch that you like, not just one because they have it. Go vote with your dollars. That's the only way we as consumers will get the better product. And it's like my business here. There's plenty of other places where people can go play games and stuff, and these guys are a really good example of it. They can either just go home and play, and just not come here. Why would they spend money in a place where what they could do at someone's house or someone's basement, or there's another place to do it? It's because I've worked my butt off. I've done everything I could to offer the best possible product, the best comfort, even little things. I listen to my customers. If they want something small, I get it for them. I do it for them. Because at the end of the day, that's loyalty. I don't want my customers blindly following me. I want them to be critical of me. Because a company doesn't have to be successful by screwing their customers over. I'd rather be driving my Audi and being successful by giving them the best venue space, the best place to play at and hang out at. That's what any business should be like. But the thing is, companies like Apple and Samsung, they just fight for the shareholders at this point. And this is me digressing again. I do apologize. That's just how I am. If you know me in person, that's how my conversations go.